Hello everybody, I wanted to share what I've been working on. Just finished up a unit of Bretonnians for Warhammer Fantasy. I've got them in a formation called the Arrowhead Formation that was used in 5th edition and into 6th edition until the new Army book came out. And that's the edition that I'm going to be playing. And I'm trying to use all sculpts from that 5th edition, which is largely mid-late 90s, and most of them were done by the Perrys, and which to me are beautiful miniatures. So their 5th edition had what they called the Arrowhead Formation, which gives you this triangular formation, and it was still used until the new Army book in the 6th edition was released. I think was it 2002 or 3. So quite a while there it was used in 6th also. And I'm planning to play in 5th. So I made the movement tray out of wood. And I've magnetized the dudes. And also drilled holes in the bottom of the base, which is kind of nice about when you make your own trays. Not only can you make them how you want them, but and then in those holes that I haven't done it yet, but I'll insert magnets, so that if I want to transport the army, I can just put it on baking sheets or in cake pans. So that way I don't have to fiddle with putting each guy in individual foam compartments or trying to come up with another solution. So obviously I went with the green and yellow color scheme, which is going to be the color scheme for the Duke of the Army, and that flag bears his heraldry, which is a white unicorn. And so there's just a little closer look. It's got full command, so it's got the standard bearer. You can see the musician off there on the side, and of course the champion up in the front. All the bowmen are actually in the rear 3 ranks are all the plastics. So it's two poses, iconic poses that probably everybody knows and loves from that time frame. They're still cheap as heck to get, and I've actually had these for years and just finally getting them painted up. Again, they're magnetized, which keeps them from getting jostled around. See if we can get a little closer look at these front guys. A lot of detail and character in those sculpts. Really happy with how they came out. A lot of fun to paint these. Let's see if I can get a look at standard bearer there too. I tried to do, sorry for the shakiness, tried to do eyes on all of them too, which I'm pretty happy with how that came out. So there they are, first unit of infantry that I've gotten done, and I'm working on another unit of 15 archers also. I'm incorporating a few of the metal sculpts that were used in the 90s, trying to build this entire army out of miniatures from the 5th edition 90s era, sculpted by the Perrys. So, and then the other thing I have worked on, which we'll see if we can get a little bit closer look, is this castle. As you can see, it's got the flags up on top. It's got his same heraldic colors, the unicorn there, which is in a little bit of a glare, and banners on the side of the castle in his colors, and then made these shields, or Bretonnian shields. Let's see if I can pick this up and not shake this around too much so we get a little closer look. Yeah, the fleur-de-lis on that shield there, and then the unicorn up on this shield here, which is of course his coat of arms. Up there is the fleur-de-lis again for the Lady of the Lake, which is part of the Bretonnian lore. Same unicorn up there on the top of that tower. In that window you can see I put a piece of blister that I painted with a little bit of green paint so it's sort of iridescent, gives a sort of a look of stained glass window up in that. And then you can see a few of the Bretonnians on my next grouping that I'm painting up on the battlements for scale. And what this is a toy play castle set, plastic, that I actually, to be honest, my mother-in-law found it for me in a thrift store for a couple bucks years ago. Just knew I was into castles and medieval period, and you know, I think she just kind of halfway picked it up just for a joke and just for fun. It was a couple, $2 or $3, and it's been banging around in the basement forever. Saw a video on the Solo Wargaming show, Solo Wargamer, and he had a thrift store buy castle that he converted into a terrain piece. Got me thinking maybe I could do the same thing. Here's what it actually looked like before I started. This is what it was. This is exactly what it looked like. Came with those plastic horses and stuff, and so washed it up. I got all those stickers off of those banners and flags, those banners hanging on the walls. Had to get all those scraped off. Then I primed it, and just started working on painting it up. And as you can see, it's in separate pieces like that. So each of those are a separate piece. They do interlock, so you can actually make it into a four-walled fortress if you want. I just figured I was going to mostly use it for just a generic terrain piece to maybe cut off a corner of the table somewhere. Also as a backdrop for my Bretonnian videos, just to make them a bit more interesting. But yeah, basically for, you know, it was a gift, but basically for $2 or $3, I think it was less than $5. I know that. She came across this, and it scales actually pretty good for Warhammer Fantasy, for just a small fortress, a little small duke or lord or baron or something. And I thought that was kind of fun, kind of interesting to see what you can do with a thrift store find. I did come across last winter a pretty cheap copy of a set of the Warhammer Fortress, the plastic Warhammer Fortress, and but I haven't done it yet. I'm a little nervous about how I could do what color scheme. You go for kind of a brown stone or a gray stone, or so I just since I'm not going to buy another one, I want to do it right, and so I haven't attacked it yet. But after doing this one here, I thought, well, I wouldn't be out anything, so kind of inspired me to go ahead and give it a go. And after seeing that video on the Solo Wargamer, kind of gave me the inspiration I needed to give it a try. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Bretonnians. There's going to be more Bretonnians on the way. I'm kind of jazzed up about working on them right now, and so there should be more to come. Thanks for watching, and appreciate all the comments and subscribers and well wishes, and I hope everybody's having a good day. Take care of yourselves and keep hobbying.